Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniatures, and it's Monday, which means you are tuning in for yet another weekly painting progress. So, Percival, Sparkletrout, and myself have been quite busy, not getting tons and tons of stuff done, but progress has been made nonetheless. And I wanted to start things off with this really stellar looking gladiator that Sparkletrout himself painted that comes to us from Titanforge Miniatures Patreon site. Now, if you dig this model, guess what? Last I checked, it was actually free for the month of May, so you might want to take a look at that link. We'll put a link to their Patreon page rather than their My Mini Factory down below. And if you didn't know, I always put links to where all of these goodies and obscurities come from, so do take a look if you are curious. Now, originally this guy is supposed to have some feathers there. I went ahead and printed my version as well. Mine has feathers, his doesn't. Ha ha. And obviously mine will be in blue colors. So I did give Percival Sparkletrout my files to hopefully print up the arena that Titanforge designed. So hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe by the end of the summer we might have that. Not that I'll get around to painting it, but we'll have it nonetheless. So Sparkletrout here went hardcore with the gladiators this month. And week. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So this is an RN Estudio sculpt, and it just so happens to coincidentally look a bit like Sophitia or Cassandra from Soul Calibur. Just a sheer coincidence there. And then in addition to those, he went ahead and got a bunch of these modular gladiators painted up that Titanforge was offering as well. So like I said, these are modular. We should have a video coming in the next week or so focusing on these guys. Demercarius, if I remember my terms correctly. Sparkletrout is Team Red, whereas mine are Team Blue. A very Praetorian looking helmet there, right? Praetorians had the fancy headdresses, I think. So yeah, these three are all modular gladiators there. And if you like them, they are included with this guy along with the terrain on Titanforge's Patreon site. You might want to take a look at that if you're into that. I, on the other hand, have a very eclectic mix as always. We have a very hastily painted, poorly finished plastic Basilian crossbowman and his compatriot in arms who's busy actually firing his. I did not bother painting their eyes this time. They're just mooks. They're going to get wasted quickly in combat anyway. A dwarf from Lovecraft Designs. This was some sort of a freebie instant grab if you backed, I believe he came from the Frost campaign, which was kind of a frozen northern style one. I believe there is a Woodlands campaign still currently going on My Mini Factory through crowdfunding. I'll put a link down there if you guys are curious about that. I don't think it's done. I know it was one of those where I just pledged and moved on, and we'll get to it eventually. It's got some cool stuff. Funny thing though with this print is it kind of got all garbled up, and I don't know what's what back there. I'll blame that one 100% on me, but I think at least from the front, things look pretty decent. He's quite tall as well. You can see he's standing almost eye to eye with a Basilian there. You might want to scale it down if you like your dwarves a little bit shorter and stouter. Another Rocket Pigs Goblin. I really regret not backing their Tusklands campaign. I've printed and painted quite a few of the models from it, and I gotta say, I've had a lot of fun with them. It's just a fun little interesting sculpt. About the same size as the dwarf there. A little bit shorter, but if you wanted to mix and match goblins, well, there are some sizing issues there. Of course, if you're printing everything anyway and they're all like 32 millimeter plus, I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. It's like, I knew I had... Yeah. He's got a buddy right here. Slowly but surely, the Goblin horde grows. Okay, another printed piece. This is a really quick skeleton from Avatars of War. I believe their Patreon was called Legendary Heroes or something along those lines. I'll put a link to their Patreon down below if you guys haven't checked that out. This month, or at least for the rest of May, they're going to be offering up orcs. They've got big orcs, savage orcs, skeleton orcs, very Avatars of War looking orcs. So if you need some orcs in a very traditional Warhammer Fantasy / 9th Age look, you might want to check those out. But the skeletons, I'm hoping, are going to show up on my mini factory at some page or some point on the page. Or you might want to check Avatars of War's page directly for some of those. They had quite a bit of variety. We've got a video on those too if you want to see more about them. All right, last printed thing is a random out of focus Cyberforge character, and I did paint his eyes, and when I washed it, it seriously dried them out. Very simple paint job. I want to say he was from the Kickstarter they had for their Cyberpunk game that I cannot even remember the name of. I have noticed there is a serious lack of Cyberpunk and sci-fi stuff on this channel lately. So as school comes to a close, which is literally just about 2 weeks here for me, I hope to start working on that. So maybe the month of June will be a bit of a departure from fantasy and more into the realms of sci-fi and cyberpunk. So besides all of them, we did actually have some actual physical models get painted. And I have completely forgotten this guy's name now. Wonderful. This is a Malifaux model. It's from the Most Dangerous Game core box. I know that much. It's the evil Theodore Roosevelt John Goodman model. Yeah. His body was ravaged, and he came back to the wilds of Malifaux with a mechanical body. Obviously to play in the Most Dangerous Game. So I might touch up his goggles a bit, but I really dig this sculpt. The robotic foot, big gun, honkin' knife, the skulls, the teeth, the cigarette, the scarf. He's just the whole package. All he's missing is a pith helmet hanging off his back there. Nice model there. And I think I already got the runaway, so all I need left are his doggies and his robotic construct agent number 9 or whatever it's called. And finally, something I had been slowly but surely working on was a Legends of Signum Lion Man. And I was kind of irked about this guy because it was like literally by the time he got to me, they ended up offering him on their Patreon, and I was like, I'd waited and waited for him to come in the mail. I really wanted him sooner, and that kind of discouraged me from getting him painted. There are different colors in there on his cloth parts, but you can't really see them. I think I probably should have gone back over them a bit. I do dig this model, though. I have a soft spot for lions, and I don't know why, because I really can't stand cats. Go figure. I don't get that one myself. But if you've noticed over time, every time I come across a new and interesting lion man, I gotta get it and gotta paint it. I've got Yadaro's Zodiac lions coming hopefully this week, if the mailman decides to bring them, since he was supposed to, but then decided not to. I don't know what's up with that. Hopefully you guys are all getting your mail. I sure wish I would get mine. This week we are looking at probably trying to get some different type models on the channel, something other than the usuals. So hopefully I can follow through with that. That means I have to sit down and actually get things filmed and finished and somewhat edited and posted. Fingers crossed I can do that and still find time to paint and hopefully finally get to rank 40 in Monster Hunter. I'm very slowly but surely getting there. If you guys ever want to play I know my call sign, username, hunter name, whatever, is still High Lord Tamberlane. So if you ever find me on there, please stop by, say hello, and help. I'm 99% of the time rocking a longbow. And sometimes a charge axe. But anyway. Hopefully, everybody out there is staying safe. I know with the new orders that we're slowly but surely going to be able to play in person again, gets me that much more motivated to get off my duff and actually get more stuff painted. Hopefully, you all out there are feeling the same way. I would love to actually get some games in once the summer officially properly hits safely. So hopefully, we'll see you guys out there with our fully painted armies, right? Right. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures. Saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.